bearing capacity in case of strip footing. QU is equal to, U means ultimate bearing capacity. We know the story how to calculate say bearing capacity from ultimate bearing capacity. Now C and C, Q and Q, 0.5 gamma B and gamma. So now it is a very interesting thing. Now we are going to discuss a rectangular footing. For example, you see my footing is having length and breadth. So I will show you. Here you see. This is the footing. You can see this is the width of the footing. But don't ask me length. If you want to see length, yes, you can see the length. This is width. And if you see the plan, so you can get the length. But here you can't see in the sectional elevation. This is the ground level. This is the depth of the foundation, df. Now my intention is to tell you how to calculate bearing capacity. Now you see we have one factor here. So Terzaghi, you know that the Terzaghi theory is initially given for strip footing. Later, Professor Terzaghi came up with some modifications. So he extended his theory to rectangular, square, and circular footing also. So firstly, we are going to discuss about rectangular footing. So now you see we are going to give some modifications to existing equation. So there is no much modification. 1 plus 0.3 B by L. So this is what we are going to apply. This factor is strictly speaking shape factor. So anyhow, we will discuss now Q and Q. I think I'm a bit hurry. C and C. Q and Q. Now it is the right time. We have to write 1 minus 0.2 B by L. Apart from your 0.5 gamma B and gamma. That means you see we are going to multiply with 1 plus 0.3 B by L and 1 minus 0.2 B by L. Someone can ask me, sir, what about Q and Q? It is one only. It is one only. There is no exclusive shape factor when it comes to structures. So I will write once again. QE is equal to 1 plus 0.3 B by L. Hope you understood. 1 plus 0.3 B by L, C and C, Q and Q, plus 1 minus 0.2 B by L. So we are already having 0.5 gamma B and gamma. Now immediately you will ask one question to me, sir, you are telling some modification factors. Those you are trying to call as shape factor. This is SC. Because today's discussion is about shape of the footing. Shape of the footing. That's why we are calling it as shape factor. With respect to cohesion. So here we are seeing shape factor which is equal to 1 plus 0.3 B by L. So now what about the SQ? Shape factor with respect to surcharge. This is 1. Now someone can ask me, sir, can you tell me S gamma? 1 minus 0.2 P by L. So the thing is, this is a shape factor with respect to foundation soil. Now the thing is, see, we have suggested some shape factors for rectangular footing. So those you can see 1 plus 0.3 B by L and SQ is 1. S gamma is 1 minus 0.2 B by L. So now you suddenly can ask me one question. Sir, meeru rectangular footing ani maaku cheptunnaru. So why we are not able to see these 1 plus 0.3 B by L in strip footing? Strictly speaking, see, what do you mean by strip footing? Length is much greater than width. So now the thing is, what I'm trying to tell you, so here B by L is going to be 0. So when length is much greater than, it is approximately 0. The reason is very simple. In strip footing, let me tell you, Strip footing, as you know, strip footing is also called wall footing. Here length is much greater than width. So what is happening to now B by L? Or I can say L by B is infinity. So now what happened to B by L? Can anyone tell me now? 0. Now what is SC now? 1 plus 0.3 B by L. What is SQ? SQ is already 1. What about S gamma? 1 minus 0.2 B by L. You should read like this. Please, all of you follow me. Follow me. Now, B by L is 0. Then what is your SC? 1. What about your S gamma? 1. Now, what is the equation? Q. 1 plus 0.3 B by B. C and C. Q and Q. Plus 1 minus 0.2 B by B. 0.5 gamma B in gamma. So now we are getting B by B is 1. What is the answer? 1.3 C and C, Q and Q. Can anyone tell me? 1 minus 0.2 into 0.5. So how much it is? 1 minus 0.2 is 0.8. 0.8 by 2. 0.8 by 2, how much? 0.8 by 2, how much? Can anyone tell me? So what is the final value we are getting after 1 minus 0.2 into 0.5?
0.44.
0.4. That's good, I think. So thank you so much. I think you see circular footing. So are you ready now for circular footing? So there is no need to discuss much. 1.3 C and C, Q and Q, Q and Q, 0.3 gamma B and gamma. I think you feel that I did a mistake. B. So you are not ready to accept B. Here B is equal to diameter of the footing.